So, good day, everyone. I'm Jan Rilicas, one of the core developers in the software side of the project called the Smart Classroom System. So, today I'm with Janice Garcia. I'm currently collaborating with him with the use of TeamViewer. And in this video, we're going to show you how to set up our system. So, first, let's go to the directory of our project. Okay, so before we start, I want you to introduce. I just want you to be introduced to our different parts of the directory. So first, in the root directory of the project, we have a script in instantiator, which is going to be used later to initialize the system. Next is the Smart Classroom folder. In this folder, it basically contains the apps in our project, which is the node handler, which is one of the microservices to be used later. And the next one is the SE control system, which is the web application for the whole project. Next is I want you to introduce to the folder externals. So inside externals contains different resources, contains commands, plan, and any other such. But we're going to focus at the project plan folder. I mean, the sketch folder. So basically, in this folder, it contains an uploadable sketch to be used by the device later. Okay, so in the first step of this setup, we are going to launch the the project file or the sketch. Okay, so Janice will take part of these steps. So Janice, proceed.
So I am Janas. I am going to connect the Node MCU to the laptop. Generally, Cas, it's done.
Alright, nice. So let's set up the COM ports. Let's check first. We're already set. So ready to upload, boy. Now we are compiling the sketch. Okay, so after a while, after it was able to compile the file, it took a while because there are lots of resources intact to it in the libraries. Okay, so right now we have the sketch been successfully uploaded to the device. So Janice, can you verify?
Yes, it is uploaded now. And the LCD is working and the fingerprint is working right now.
Oh, okay, nice, nice. Since we are done uploading the sketch, the next step is to prepare the web app. So first, we have to close the Arduino because we don't need it anymore, and we don't need the serial monitoring. Okay, by at this root directory of the project folder, I'm going to right click and open it with code, which is the Visual Studio Code. Minimize this. Okay. So basically, at this point, we have already prepared for the script to initialize, which is it instantiates two things: the server and the data stream handler, that which is the one that will be handling devices later. So first, let's try to instantiate, or let's try to run the script. Okay, so the other window just closed unexpectedly, while this one we have an error. The reason why we have an error here is because we haven't set up the database of the project. So first, let's close it first by Control C. Then let's open our XAMPP So in our XAMPP, we are going to create the database. Basically, in the Django, you have to do it manually. Oops. Let's try going to the MySQL first, then show database to ensure that the database is missing. So the SE underscore database is missing. So we have to create it. Okay, we have successfully created the database. All right, let's close this. So if we run it again, what's gonna happen? All right, the other one close again, and we have a notice here. It says that there are 34 unapplied migration. So basically, our database is still empty. So what we're going to do is to create an instance upon command prompt, and let's do the migrations there. Oops. Okay, there. Okay, so it outputs no changes detected because we already have migrations here. So the last thing to do here is to apply it using the migrate command. Okay, so we're done. Let's try to run the server and the data stream handler again. Okay, so the other one closed and the Django server is now available. Let's try to access it. Okay, so now at this point, we're now able to access the web app itself, but we cannot log in yet because we don't have any credentials in the stored in the database. So what do we do is to restore the database. I restore some data that we recently dumped earlier before we have done this. Okay, so to restore our recent data that we added here along with our credentials, so we first have to know where is the backups. So basically, the backups is stored at the dataset backups. So we have two choices here. So we are going to load this backup. So let's try. Let's try it. Oh, as you can see, it processes it. Okay, so we have installed 1,517 objects from one fixtures. So by this point, our credentials, both me and Janos, was already installed in the web app. So first, let's try to log log my credentials. Okay, so we have been able to successfully log into our web server. Since we're able to log in, there is one more thing to demonstrate. Okay, so by this point, we're able to set up our web server or the web application. So what's next? So the very next thing to do is to set up the data stream handler. Usually it can be opened by launching this script, which is called as the script instantiator. So in our left side, this is the data stream handler. So okay, let's talk Tagalog this time. So ano bang ginagawa niya talaga? So itong program nito ay naghahanap ng mga candidate device na online. And once nahanap niya ang mga device na online, it will process the schedule na naka-assign sa room na yon. Bale, sa device kasi, may room na naka-assign. So, si data stream handler, kukunin niya yon at i-query sa database niya. So, punta tayo sa schedule check. Ay, first, eto, ni-query niya yung classroom na yon. Next, we query the schedule that is assigned to that classroom. Next is we check all the possible subjects that is incorporated to that room. So at this one, CPE 014. So since we are able to detect a schedule, then we check for the time scope. If time scope is not within on that scope, it will now skip to this subject. And for the other one, CPE 101, hindi daw siya on scope sa oras na yun. So, i-ignore niya din. So, if there are no other such schedule, it will disable the device into the secure mode. So, that's how it usually works. But later, we will verify if we could send a post request to the device by the data stream handler. So basically, we will try to trigger one schedule for which it should be able to display what subject it is available on that device. Okay, so we know how the data stream handler works. Now let's try to proceed to override a schedule. So, well, by this point, we already have one device that is online. By here, we already have one online. So what I will do is go to the Django administration and override a schedule. So first, let's find any course that is correlated with 5424. Mm, it shows embedded systems. Okay, so today is basically Wednesday. So we have the correct course lecture day, and then we set up this part. The time starts. Okay, so by this point, we decided to start the course by 3 p.m. in the afternoon and ends at the evening of 11:30. So since we're able to override a schedule to run from 3 p.m. to 11:30 p.m., so we're able to upload a schedule from the device. Hey Janus, can you verify?
Yes, it works.
Okay, so it works. Okay, so Janus were successfully able to verify that the schedule embedded in the device is CPE 014. Okay, so the next step to do is to verify if Janus could successfully authenticate by his fingerprint. So Janus, can you do it?
Okay. So I'm going to verify if the room will be accessed by my middle finger, which is currently uploaded to the system. And it works. The electricity inside the room is now open, and the door is unlocked. So I'm going to lock the room. Okay, it works. Okay.
Okay, so Janus were successfully able to unlock or lock the room, or which is authenticate and de-authenticate. Okay, so since we're able to verify that all of this is now working, The very last test that we're going to do is putting the device into secure mode. So what do I mean secure mode? The device will so basically the device will not entertain any commands as long as there is no schedule added in the device. So what I'm going to do is we're going to override the schedule that we recently added or we recently modified. So I'm going to the control override, go to the enlisted course schedules and find that course. Okay, so we're now able to find that course schedule that is assigned to that classroom. So here at this point, we're going to change the schedule time from where the course will start to see if the device put into will put into the secure mode. So the time is 7:45, which is an equivalent of 1945. So to disable or to put this schedule away from the to our microcontroller or the device, we're gonna put this one as 8 o'clock.
So it works.
Okay, so we are able to save it, and Jana said that it works. So let's see on this data stream hunter if it actually works. Okay, so at this point we have two subjects that is candidate and they are not inside within the scope of the current time. So therefore, the our data stream hunter will output as no other such subject candidates, which is device access disabled. So the very last test is to put the schedule back once again. So I'm gonna revert our changes here and let's put it back to 3 p.m. Okay, so I'll resume the session. Janice, can you check?
Yes, it works.
Okay, now it works. So since we're able to test all the functionalities of our systems, our system and the device is now ready to be used inside our campus.